So I have many copies, and in case something happened to me, I gave those copies to a select group of individuals, people I'm close to, as well as placed them on some YouTube channels that will be saved. And if push comes to shove, and I don't like what's going on, um, that person will be arrested because he manipulated the report, and he actually believes in his head that he could file stuff against people, try to scare them and intimidate them, but then can go back and attack them over and over again and try to trigger them and try to set them up. And now it's sunk in his brain that, oh shit, I gave MatrixVlog 2 a death threat. And he actually deleted the live stream. But that doesn't make it okay because he doesn't take ownership and he doesn't admit. Because you see, that live stream is very telling because it basically proves that he's been doing horrible, horrible things to me. Because it wasn't just about the death threat in there. He basically goes on to bash my books and bash my life and bash every aspect. So in a court of law, he would be massively guilty and he would lose. And I would sue. So he did the cowardly thing and deleted the live stream. Never took ownership, never said he was sorry because he does have an ego. He deleted the live stream as if it never happened, but I have it. And because he deleted it, he no longer has the rights to it. So he can't even flag mine down because it's mine. So I will place them in a file and think about things and make a decision on if legally it's warranted to end this story and put a final chapter on it. Now, I've decided that going on Twitter and looking at the Legion of Losers and all these people, they're so immature and wastes of life, negative, that they're so full of themselves, it's hysterical. I should not. I think the problem is that when you spend time in the trash, you get dirty and you become that trash. And I don't want to be in the trash with the lowlifes, the scum and the jealous bastards, the Whovian, the males that have no balls. They're like women Karens. And they go on Twitter all day and they just attack. And that's the whole point, is that this guy has those losers associated with him. And they attack all day long. And they are basically children. They have no intelligence. And you cannot talk to people with no intelligence because they don't comprehend what you're saying. They don't comprehend the law because they don't know how to read properly. And it's just no point in talking to wastes of life and trash bag people. So I also need to delete these people that have attacked my channel with their stupid comments because I no longer care about anything a negative Whovian trash bag hoe thinks. These men are not men. They're trans Whovians, whatever you want to call them. They're transitioning and they're just not men. I don't know what they are. They're aliens, maybe. I don't know. But they're low-life scum and villainy. And people that are linked with that individual that engage in that type of behavior they're scum and villainy. Now, I will talk to some people that I became friends with. Some people that they're friends with him, but they're not part of this nonsense. That I'll respect, and I'll talk to them because it isn't about him, the leprechaun. But, and I don't, you know what? The guy just doesn't understand what the word attack means, or everything he can manipulate to make it that someone's attacking. Being in the pet industry and studying nutrition with dogs and stuff like that, I made a comment, and you know what? I was probably wrong for making that comment about the dog. In fact, I do love dogs, and I do love that dog, even though it's not my dog. So, in my anger, I should not have said anything about Ted because I'm not mad at the dog. I'm mad at the individual, you know? And the dog's an innocent animal. And who the fuck cares what I think about the dog's health? That's not my dog. So I shouldn't give a fuck. But I do apologize for that. I do apologize for trying to do the right thing, but it wasn't the right thing because it's not my place. Obviously, that probably pissed off my enemy more because now it was just not a nice thing to do. And I didn't attack the dog. I was worried about the dog, but I can't think that the evil scumbag is a total evil scumbag. Like, he'll treat dogs better, obviously, which is good. At least treating some people better. So that was wrong for me to use my knowledge about pets and I pushed it upon him, I think. I don't think that was correct. So I do apologize to Ted the dog. I was not attacking Ted the dog. And as far as his wife goes, she reached out to me in the past, and I felt it wasn't correct to continue to communicate because why am I communicating with someone's wife, really, right? That's not cool. He wouldn't think that's cool, and that's kind of a disrespect, so that wouldn't be nice. So, I stopped doing that, and then I know that when you're in battle with somebody, there's casualties all around. People are innocent, and they're getting attacked, and me mentioning her, he's mentioning her. But he's saying stuff that I was not aware of, and it's not my business. And I don't know what he's talking about, honestly. I never saw her as negative. I thought that she was a nice person. So I wouldn't do anything or have anybody say anything. And if somebody did, that's not my opinion, and maybe I wasn't paying attention or whatever, but he can't link people that are evil in the community to me. They're not my friends. I have people on my show, they're not necessarily members, okay? And I didn't create these people. These people came on the scene. These people attacked all of us. So he's twisting the history, and he's trying to make it like I'm responsible for stuff that's going on with his wife when it had nothing to do with anything. And you know what? Sharon said to leave the wives out of it, and I did, but then he got me so crazy I started mentioning again, and that's wrong of me, because you know what? At the end of the day, he's going to go after mine, which he has. He called her a bitch, and he put her last name on the thing, because he's a baby, and he's a fucking child. But, you know what? I pissed him off, and he's just being himself. Dirty fucking scumbag. So you can't expect a dirty scumbag to be nice. So of course he's mentioning mine, but he's actually doing stuff to piss me off where I'm gonna get really angry, calling her a bitch, He doesn't know her. You know, putting her last name out there, that's not fucking cool. But you know what, though? That's it. Leave wives out of it, right? Now, I would expect him to apologize to her, but he never will because he's not a man. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. So I'm not going to engage with him, or I'm going to do my best to hopefully ignore all the members of the Legion, because people want us to fight, obviously. And when we fight, we're both a bunch of babies, and we're both kindergarten, and we're both not seeing things through. But I never did anything that warranted him filing a report. Which if he even did file a report. So, if he did file a report, and if I did find out that was true, then unfortunately, I cannot take that, and I would basically go all out legal battle, because I have to win and show that I'm innocent and he's guilty. And already he deleted the video of the death threat, so he's guilty. And he's trying to protect his channel because now he's realizing that he made a report that he has more of a chance, probably 75% chance of losing his channel, because his behavior is going to be dissected because he made a report on me and they look at both. So I am going to just go about doing my gaming and my Doctor Who stuff, because again, he started being like a bad relationship, telling me who's on my show and who I can have and who I can't. He doesn't want to give out his source, but he thinks I can. And I'm getting busy listening to him, and I don't need to listen to trash bag hoes that are Whovians. So I'm going to magnify 1,000% my videos on Doctor Who, and I'm going to magnify my podcasts so much so that everyone will know who I am and everyone will see who I am. And if it drives them crazy, so be it. I don't care. Has nothing to do with me. Then don't watch me. As he said today, don't watch him. Okay? You're not going to take away my Whovian legacy, and you're not going to diminish my reputation. So I'm going to magnify my Whovian legacy. I'm going to magnify getting the videos out and the content and getting subscribers, and I'm going to surpass him that way in subscribers, and I'm going to surpass him income-wise, so much so that I will just have, at the end of the day, sit down and laugh that I got busy with a trash bag hoe that's a Whovian that has no balls, has no intelligence, is dumber than a brick, and is a shit disturber. And that's basically it. And also, my list of the Legion of Losers, I'm going to have to make sure that I block them all. Don't even look for them. Don't even, if I see somebody saying something, like Stupid Bobby, you know, who originally bashed my health and now he keeps at it, ignore. Because at the end of the day, he'll never have anybody in his meetup groups, and he'll be alone forever because he's not a nice person. Anyway, oh, and also, I can't be the leader that tries to be the agent of the light and peace and everything else, because I'm insulting and pissing off my members that want to tell them to fuck off. So I'm not doing that either. I'm not going to get busy with the shit in the toilet that's a leprechaun. If they want to get busy with it, that's on them. Just like Sam going against him. It has nothing to do with me. And I'm not going to do anything to protect that individual. I'm not going to do anything to help that individual. He will deal with the mess that he spilled and the people he pissed off. He doesn't exist in my universe anymore. He's erased from existence, and so are the Legion. And I will go back to gaming, and I will go back to being a big presence in the Whovian community, and he'll just be a gnat noise that will probably fade away eventually because he's falling apart at the seams, and he doesn't have the equipment, he doesn't have the technology, he doesn't have the money to keep up with streaming and doing his thing, so he's just going to phase out. And where he has only 5 hours on StreamYard, I'm going to probably stream like 25 for spite. There you go. And just do my Doctor Who thing. Because, you know, that's it. I don't care. I'm going to talk about Doctor Who. I'm going to send my Doctor Who news. And you know what? I do apologize to people that are actors and actresses that actually are fans, which I don't know why, me, that wanted to appear on the Real Whovians cast. And I think I was a jerk because maybe I'm lazy to get everything scheduled. I'm not good with scheduling and not good. I'm spontaneous. So people did want to appear, and I kept pushing it off until it's too late with some. But anyway, rest in peace to those. I lost some friends this year. It's not good in the Whovian community. Actors and actresses and stuff are just, not good. But anyway, going to do my gaming, going to do my Whovian stuff, and I'm going to go back, thanks to Scott, tell me not to give up what I love, and despite people trying to destroy my books, I'm going to build myself up and build up my income and my money and everything, so that way I could spend thousands upon thousands of books again, and then I will go back to wearing the blazers, and I will go back to the limos, and go back to all these different things that I had in the past, touring, doing book signings, while doing gaming, while doing Whovian stuff, and I will lift my head up high, I will get my teeth done, I will get everything done, and I will cure what can't be cured, and do everything possible to repair what may not be able to be repaired with my body, and repair my health, because I do believe in miracles, and I do believe that if you really want to, you can accomplish anything. And that's it. Take care. Bye for now.